We have been on some epic road trips all the way out to North Carolina. Well, that was by plane, and then down to Sleeptronic for their open house. We have a full report inside Extreme, Elite, Unreasonable. The Fan Podcast starts right now. For the first time ever, top retailers can introduce the mattress that's been locked away inside of one of America's top mattress retailers until now. Introducing Prana Sleep, the ultimate luxury mattress collection designed by lifelong sleep industry leaders who set out to create the best sleep experience imaginable at any cost. Born from decades of industry expertise and real-world retail feedback, Prana Sleep doesn't just sell mattresses, it sells satisfaction, loyalty, and premium performance. Now, Prana Sleep is awarding these unparalleled products to a select group of top-tier retailers. Proudly made in the USA, Prana Sleep mattresses are handcrafted in private factories by top-tier craftspeople, ensuring exceptional quality and detail. What sets Prana Sleep apart? 100% natural materials, luxury latex, and the only machines in the world that quilt latex directly into the top panel for a one-of-a-kind, indulgent feel. Stand out in the marketplace with a mattress line engineered for luxury and crafted for those who demand the best. Your competition will hate selling against Prana Sleep because nothing compares. Prana Sleep, bring the secret to success into your stores today. Go to pranasleep.com now to apply. Comfort without compromise. Leggett & Platt and Elite Comfort Solutions believe better sleep begins with better engineering. For decades, they powered many of the industry's most trusted bedding brands with advanced foam and component technologies. Their solutions are designed to enhance comfort, improve performance, and help products stand out in a competitive marketplace. Today, they're expanding that partnership, working directly with retailers to develop high-performance private label brands built on differentiated comfort technologies and supported by strategic marketing solutions. From product design to brand storytelling, they help their partners win. Leggett & Platt and Elite Comfort Solutions. Smarter comfort, stronger brands, success built together.
Welcome to the Fan Podcast with Mark Kinsley. This is where the best in the bedding business get even better.
All right, so we were at two really amazing events this month. So excited that we got invited to both and we were able to hang out and participate and just be a part of some of the industry happenings.
It was pretty amazing. I mean, we got invited out for the Extreme Elite Unreasonable event at the Sweet Dreams Extravaganza is what I call it, which was really fun. And then in May, we took a road trip down to Dallas to see the incredible Sleeptronic facility for their open house. And do we need to talk about the Buc-ee's event first?
I mean, I feel like let's go in order. I'm very chronological.
We're talking about the Buc-ee's event first, okay?
Oh, wow.
Because
that's the very last thing that we did. So.
That's the very last thing we did, but I think it's important to bring it up. So as we sit here right now, we're celebrating our 20th anniversary today, the big 2-0.
Yeah.
You're a patient woman. I love you. It's been amazing being married to you for 20 years. My favorite co-host. You're the host with the most, the hostess.
Well, I feel the same way.
And literally, that's what we talked about out at the Sweet Dreams event, which was being a host, which was a lot of fun.
We did.
But okay, so I know we're going all over the map here. So we're going to talk about Buc-ee's. We're going to talk about the Sweet Dreams event. And we're going to talk about the Sleeptronic event. And you're going to have some great takeaways from this. Okay, so listen to the entire podcast. Plus, we have a big special announcement. Some big things are happening with the fam.
Are you going to tell them what my surprise is on June 9th?
We're not going to talk about the surprise on June 9th.
I'm getting a surprise on June 9th.
We should definitely do a video about that. So we're going to start with Buc-ee's. So you and I, we're doing a road trip down to see Riz and Jam and Alim and Anthony and the entire family at the Sleeptronic headquarters for their open house event. And on our way back, we had never been to Buc-ee's.
Hold on. So on our way back, we kind of did a slow roll home. I'm not a road tripper. 4 hours is kind of like my max. Last time we flew to Dallas, not that long ago, it was a shit show.
I was wondering what word was going to fall out of your mouth right then. I'm like,
well, I was trying to think of something that was as effective, but that's all it came. So
it was like dealing with a whole gang of clowns.
It
They were
was
flying
just,
planes.
and y'all know how it is. I mean, it's a 45-minute flight, but DFW is obviously an international airport. So anyway, we decided we'd drive. It's only 5.5 hours. It's an hour and a half past my max threshold, but it worked out. And on the way home, we did a great American road trip that started with a stop at Buc-ee's. And I didn't know what to expect, but it was really quite surprising. I can't wait till my second trip. It was really great. I mean, I got a taco platter. I got some little sombreros that held tacos. Their taco section was on point. I mean, you could get all accessories for tacos. Like
I got an outfit for my beer.
Oh yeah,
it's a serape.
Serape koozies. That was really fun. We got some salsa, fajita seasoning. I got 2 giant glasses of wine that will hold a whole bottle, and they say don't mess with Texas on them. Super cute. And I got one for myself and then one for anybody else who wants to drink a whole bottle with me. So any volunteers, just holler.
Can I volunteer today?
Yes, you can.
We also got dog toys made of leather.
Yeah,
and they were super cheap, by the way. And we also got a leather car freshener.
Oh, okay. So that was the one thing that I would say was a bit of a miss. So my sister recently, you guys know her, Tiffany. She actually is going full-time with FAM, so she will have a podcast with me pretty soon on June 1st. So very excited. Yay! And actually, I think the day this podcast airs is her first day.
Yes, congratulations,
Woo!
Tiffany.
Yeah.
We are so lucky to have Tiffany.
So
Many
lucky.
of you met her at Dream Camp and also at Sleep Summit, and she's just absolutely bringing so many parts and pieces of the fam to life in
She's
such a
bringing
new
the
way.
pain.
She's bringing the pain, baby. She's bringing the air fresheners made of leather.
Okay, yeah. So back to that. So Tiff got a new car. And it smells obviously new car-y because that's one of the benefits of getting a new car. But it's like this truck and it's got this awesome leather interior. And so inside of it, it kind of smelled extra new car-y leathery. And so Mark was like, how does your car smell so new car-y leathery? And she's like, look, I've got this leather air freshener. And we were both like, oh, that's really cool. And so Mark discovered a leather air freshener at Buc-ee's.
Mm-hmm. It was shaped like Texas. And I smelled it, and you could smell through the package a little bit. And I'm like, I want the new leather car smell. And so
It's enough.
we got home, and we're unwrapping all of our Bucky stuff, and I take out the leather air freshener, and it is pungent and oily. And
Oh yeah. Like he touched it with his hands and like he came back in and I'm like, why do you smell like a horse's saddle? Like what is happening here?
it's my natural musk.
He's like, I touched the air freshener. So I was like, okay, whatever.
And I went into the car and I tied it around the rearview mirror because I'm like, that's what you do. You put the air freshener there.
Yeah, you didn't just like hang it though. You like literally, because I tried to take it off. You like Boy Scout tied it up there. It was not coming out.
I watched a lot of Facebook videos about tying knots and ropes.
It was aggressive.
They're
So
very satisfying.
I get in there the next day and I literally have to drive with all the windows down the entire time, even though it was sprinkling, because it smelled so, I don't even know. I mean, it did smell leather, but like it was.
Yeah, so I take it out of the car, I cut it down, sadly, and then I hang it above my workbench in the garage. And so I was like, I'm just gonna put it up there, and whatever, it'll be a memory. It's like hanging an ornament on the Christmas tree, but on my pegboard wall.
Yeah.
And so the next day, I walk into the garage, and it still smells like somebody's been making belts in there.
Yeah, I mean, I can stand it in the garage because obviously it's like a bigger area. But yeah, you open the garage door and leather. Exactly. I mean,
you think Buc-ee's makes goods that aren't of high quality? No. That is not the case.
Yeah, it definitely it exceeded my expectation on
So by the way, real quickly, you are neighborhood famous. Like you've gone viral here in downtown Bentonville because we were just walking the dog and our friend Heather's like, "Oh my gosh, Terry," her friend Terry, she's walking with, "Have you seen the Buc-ee's video that Tara did? You have to follow her." She put you in their family group chat as a must follow based on the Buc-ee's video.
So if you want to see the Bucky's video, it's on the fam LinkedIn page. Check it out.
All the socials.
We have posted it, and it is my first time to Bucky's. Definitely not my last, though. I was impressed. We didn't even get into like the food situation. I mean, they had a bakery, they had a tortilla making situation. It was kind of like in between breakfast and lunch, and so they were having burritos, but we weren't like in the mood for burritos.
I asked for a sandwich, and they're like a brisket, or
they
pulled
didn't
pork.
have
They didn't have it.
But
what I thought was super cool too and hilarious is a guy would walk out and do certain things as he was preparing the brisket in an island. They had an island situation, so 360 views. He took barbecue sauce and he poured it. He's like, sauce on the board, or something like that. And everybody repeated what he said. And I was like, I just wanted to join in.
Yeah, it was fun. It was great. I mean,
hey, if you're looking for like an inspiration for your retail experience, make it an event, make it fun, make it a family roadside stop. Go to Buc-ee's, man.
Buc-ee's field trip would be so fun.
Lots of inspiration.
We did see the jerky wall, okay? Everybody's asked about that. The beef jerky wall was impressive. We saw it.
It was okay.
Anyway, the other thing that did not make the video cut was, for those of you who know, but I am a huge Reba McEntire fan. Grew up listening to Reba McEntire. So on our way home, Fancy is one of my karaoke songs. Many of you have heard me sing it. On the way home, we went through Stringtown, which is where Reba McEntire was born. And also there's an Oklahoma State prison there, but that is two separate incidents.
And it's my favorite sign in Oklahoma. You're driving along and it says, hitchhikers might be escaped inmates. So they're saying, don't pick them up. And these signs have been there for years, ever since I was a kid. And I always thought this is a wild place. And also it must be a really shitty prison if you can't keep people inside.
Maybe it's standard though. I mean, I haven't really like toured many prisons in the United States, so I don't know.
But overseas you have?
Oh, no.
You've been doing like secret foreign prison tours that I didn't even know about?
Prison tours is my jam.
Forget about retail experiences at Buc-ee's. I want to hear about Tara's international tours into solitary confinement.
Anyway, so Reba McEntire has a restaurant, bar, and gift shop called Reba's Place there. So we were able to stop there. Super cute. So that was also something that we did on the Great American Road Trip, in addition to a trip to Chick-fil-A, which I think is mandatory. So
also, we looked at Reba gear. There was a lot of fancy stuff. We only had one chance, by the way. So
it didn't let me down.
It didn't let me down. But we also saw all of Reba's CDs, and you rated like the hottest Rebas.
I rated the hottest Rebas, and then when we got back in the car, we Spotify'd my favorite Reba CD, which I had as a tape. But she was still selling them in her store as a CD, which I don't even know where you would put that.
We have a CD player in the Subaru.
In our car?
Yeah, I tried to put a CD in it like maybe a year ago, and it doesn't work. It's pretty much brand new. It's never held a CD.
Our car is a 2019 has a CD player in it?
Yeah, it has a CD player.
Maybe it's just for looks.
I think so.
Anyway, so the road trip was super fun.
And that's one of the cool things about being in the mattress industry is that we get to travel all over the place and it's fun. We love sharing our journey with you because we love this industry and we love the people. And, the first part of this journey went out to hang out with Greg and Katie Law and the entire Dream Team family for Extreme, Elite, Unreasonable. And look at some of the names on this list that was in the room. This thing swelled to be like a form of a dream camp in a way.
Yeah, there were over 85 people there. And something that I loved was Greg and Katie wanted to do some professional development for their team. So they closed the store for a day. They have 4 stores, I believe. Mm-hmm. So shut down all 4 stores. Everybody from delivery truck drivers, financial people, like all their RSAs, everybody was there from their team. But then they were like, hey, let's make it collective. Let's make it a community. And they invited just everybody from around the area. So like Keith Moneymaker was there.
So yeah, they invited
Todd and Terry Youngblood were there.
Jordan Vaughn and Scott
Vaughn, yep.
Kane and Grove. So you had Jelly.
The Utts were there. Terry and Samuel were there. And their team, they brought 3 people from their team.
Yeah, then you had Chris Nelson, Kylie Nelson, Breland Fox from Cumberland Furniture. Obviously, the fam was in the house. The bed store, Roger Cunningham and Kevin and Ty and the whole crew there. So it turned into just this way to bring people together to learn and grow and get better, and infuse some of the fun part of the industry and some of the learning and dynamic part of the industry into the team there at the Dream Team. And look, I have to tell you, like, I was overly impressed because we came in to talk about this hierarchy from essentially associated with hosting.
Correct.
And our whole kind of thesis was this idea that there are getters, there are givers, and then at the top there are hosts. And hosts are thinking, who can I host? You know, how can I create conditions in an environment that's going to be welcoming to people so they feel like, all the emotional cues that would feel like home would feel like something you want to continue, not something you're trying to escape. So when people come to your store, we wanted people to think about hosting. And as soon as we got to the flagship store, the Dream Team was hosting a Cinco de Mayo party. They opened the doors and sombreros and fun stuff to wear, and music was playing and everybody was saying hi and nobody was running away and everybody was offering a store tour and drinks and snacks. And it was like, oh my gosh, we are in the right place because these folks know how to host already.
They crushed it. And they not only did they crush it with the event, but I think the whole concept behind, hosting in your stores is that something that you can control that costs little to no money at all. It's something that your whole team can get on board with. It's a culture that you create. And I think there are times right now where, economy might be unstable. I mean, we had an economist at the last Sleep Summit. Things, are definitely fluctuating from what we were seeing in 20 and 21. And so that's something that you have full control over. So I loved that they showed up in full force and we were able to kind of talk about some of those things that you do have 100% control over. So it was a great event. Tons of people. I think they had about 80 people there. And then they ended the afternoon, evening by renting out an indoor pickleball court, which was so much fun. Everybody showed up in full force, had a pickleball tournament, had amazing barbecue, had some drinks, and just kind of, I think everybody went home pretty exhausted that night. It was a full day of learning and fun. So it was great. I was super happy to be a part of it.
Yeah. And also a big shout out to, Taylor and Kristen Davis with Mermaid Mattress. I had a chance to, talk with them more. They are in a rigorous travel season right now. Ryan Meyer, our boy with Mattress Lab.
Hey,
shout out to Ryan. Ryan, you were in the newsletter the other day, by the way, using some of your tips from Sleep Summit 2025. And then I also just wanted to give a big shout out to Brent Matthews and Carson Hunt, CJ Ogle, with the Citizens Advertising crew. They're amazing. They do such great work. And then Avocado and Heirloom. So Patrick Wolf and Charlie DiCarlo presented. Charlie played some music at Sleep Summit 2025. Patrick was on the main stage. And so to see them up there doing their thing was really, really special. And I have to say, one of my MVPs goes to the amazing, wonderful Rosie Vaughn, who we met for the first time. And Rosie was just such a sweet person, taking care of everybody, being an amazing host on her own.
Yeah.
And she and I had a lot of fun playing her first ever round of pickleball.
Yeah, you guys did. And I met a new friend, Kylie and
Chris from Cumberland?
Chris, yes.
Yeah.
You already said that. So I met her and she was great. And her husband I did meet as well, but she and I had some time to chat.
And we have to say a special congratulations to Riley and Sean, who are having their next baby very soon.
And Riley and Sean both work for Sweet Dreams. And they have worked there. I know Riley's worked there for at least 5 years. So they are a part of the family. And yeah, she's having baby number 3.
Oh my gosh. What a special time. We are the fam, and it's so good to see families coming up in this business and making it a career and making it someplace that, they're bright light in the world that attracts other people. And what a cool thing to do, to be able to help people, settle into their home and make it meaningful and get a good night's sleep and all the fun stuff that we get to do. And so we rounded it out and had a blast with Todd and Tara Youngblood from Jelly Sleep. And we've got some big announcements, coming up with, some cool things that we're going to do with Todd and Tara and the Jelly fam. So we'll be getting to that very soon. And then our travels took us back home and then down into Texas and past the Buc-ee's straight into the amazing world-class factory at Sleeptronic. And if you haven't been following along, I would highly encourage you to go to thefam.com, get on our newsletter, follow us on social, because before we went to the Sleeptronic open house, I'm we're connected to a veterans reintegration university, the largest in the country, right here near Bentonville, Arkansas. And so we had gotten to know that crew. They have this 800-acre campus, and they're doing great work to really elevate veterans, help them find purpose, find new career paths, and do it with camaraderie and community.
Yeah,
and so
very cool.
They're expanding. They needed mattresses. I made one phone call to Rizwan Sunderji at Sleeptronic, and he said, "We're in." So him and Anthony and the whole crew.
And 80 mattresses were delivered to their campus. And I mean, it was beautiful. And it's amazing to have, the friendships that you can call on and say, "Hey, we need help. Can you help us?" And people just say yes. So it was awesome. Check out the video. We'll also highlight them, of course, during Sleep Summit, October 6th through 9th. And we're excited. But we did go to their open house. Something that I love about Sleeptronic is they are a third generation mattress manufacturing facility. And, their whole family was there. The last night, the three brothers, Jam, Riz, and Aleem, brought their families. The boys' parents were there. To me, that is just beautiful. And so many of us in this industry work with our families. And so we all know how important that is and how special that is. And so I just love every time I go to that factory, just seeing the camaraderie and the family history, and they work so well together. So beautiful. The open house was beautiful. It was great. They had lots of retailers. Their showroom looked incredible. They had redone a whole part of it. They also had a new BedTech display, which looked beautiful.
And just so you know, what that means is Sleeptronic, this is funny, Sleeptronic and BedTech met at Sleep Summit. So they met at a Sleep Summit event, and fast forward to this most recent trip, and Sleeptronic has a distributorship partnership with BedTech in the Midwest. And so it was such a great example of what the fam is all about, creating a space and place so you can grow, whether it's growing with connections and resources or learning with all the AI stuff that we're doing. But in this case, two great people met each other, and then the families met each other, and fast forward, and you have this entire BedTech distributorship that's part of Sleeptronic. So adjustable bases and pillows and sheets and mattress protectors and things in that arena. And so they were going through the whole shebang. Darren Sparks was there, taking people through the program, which was really cool and really well done.
Absolutely. And that program, I think, is amazing for the retailers that carry Sleeptronic. So I think the partnership is just a really, really fun and beneficial.
Yeah, and a big shout out to our friend Anthony Klatt. So Anthony is coming up on his 30th anniversary of Sleeptronic.
Anniversary. Happy 30 years with Sleeptronic. That is an incredible feat. June 15th is his official 30-year date. So if you see him on LinkedIn, give him a shout. If you have his number, shoot him a text. That's quite remarkable, really.
It really is. And so Anthony was hosting this event with us, and so thankful to be invited to talk about hosting and talk about AI. And so it was just this big combination of like product overview and new rollouts with new products and new BedTech distributorship. And Camilla Franklin was there talking about fabrics and what it means and how to build value in those beautiful wrappings that go around our mattresses that make them look so pretty.
She did a great job.
Yeah, and so that was a lot of fun. And I got to talk about AI to a great group of people. What we're seeing is so many retailers are trying to take it from a toy to a tool. How do I make this thing do more than just ask a few questions and treat it like Google?
Right.
And so our training, we actually just wrapped up our 3-week accelerator lab. We had over 150 people in the accelerator lab. It was so much fun. I actually hit the cap on my Zoom limit. I didn't realize it. And so I had to pay in the moment, and we upped it. And next thing you know, the floodgates opened.
Zoom showed up, though. They were able to.
Zoom showed up, man. Yeah. I got to give them the credit for that one.
Yeah.
And if you're interested in working with us around AI, we're just getting ready to announce a new division. So I'm going to put a pin in that. But let's put it like this. I'll give you a hint. We're going to put the AI into furniture and mattress. And we want to make your brand famous.
All right. Well, it's been a great month. I'm so looking forward to summer. I know that we're going to see you guys all out in Vegas in July. Super excited about that. And then again in October, 6th through 9th in Bentonville for Sleep Summit. Guys, it's going to be lit. I promise. Lit AF.
It's going to be lit AF, and early bird tickets are on sale right now. Okay, they're on sale right now. Go to thefam.com. The banner's right up at the top. If you're a retailer or manufacturer, you're going to save. And right now is the time to save. So we've already got a bunch of tickets sold. Go over there, grab your tickets, take advantage of the early bird. We know you're going to be in Bentonville anyway. It's the most beautiful time of year. And this year, the theme is Find Your Groove. Or as you say, the theme is
Disco. Disco, baby.
We appreciate you, fam. And hey, honey, once again, happy 20th anniversary. Love you. Okay, and we love you, fam. Take care. We'll see you here every Monday. And be sure to subscribe at thefam.com.